Hi John, welcome to 100% LCFC. I'm going to have to squeeze up to you. We've got this...
Yes, the gnome.
The lucky gnome.
Yeah, got given away earlier in a live broadcast, and Debbie won it. And,
Debbie Tomlinson won that.
Yeah, and she's picking it up, I think, on Saturday, isn't she? Yeah.
She is, yeah. So that's very good. Well done, Debbie.
Found a home for the gnome.
I think we should get a few more of those to give away. And here's, thank you.
Oh, thank you
nice
very much.
Copy. We're down here at the Blues Bar.
Arrived at the right time. Thank you very much.
Timing, thanks. We're down at the Blues Bar outside the ground. This is John, where we always meet before a match. We thought we'd come down here. Leicester are playing 2 days' time.
Yeah, I've got a coffee because I was at work at 5:30 this morning. You know, things I do for you.
I know, and you're down here talking football.
Before we talk about what's to come, obviously got to the 40 points at West Brom. So we're safe now, aren't we?
Oh yeah, we're definitely safe, aren't we? I think we were safe before.
Yeah,
Swansea drew, didn't they? Picked up a point on Sunday against Man U. But as far as I'm concerned, I think we are mathematically safe now. But definitely before the Swansea game, before they drew, I
just needed to get over that, get to that 40 points, made everybody feel at ease, didn't it? Really?
I think towards the end of the season, or at the end of the season, we'll review this season now. I don't think now's quite the time, because if we've got 3 home games out the last 4, we could quite conceivably pick up 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 12 points. I don't know out the last 4 games, John. And
well, we got some interesting ones because Tottenham obviously chasing Chelsea. We got them to play. Man City obviously thinking Champions League and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Watford. Bournemouth are safe, and Watford are safe too, aren't they? Yeah. So they're kind of games that you'd expect Leicester to get a result in. Although Bournemouth are quite a strong side. We've had certainly at home they can pull off the results. I'm not too sure about Watford. Are you?
No, I think they're one of these funny teams, aren't they? And I think a bit like Leicester, they'll be coming to play, but there's not. I don't want to say we're on summer holidays now, but with 4 games to go, unusually for Leicester. First season in a long time where there's nothing much to play for. We're this season we are going to effectively be a mid-table team, mid-table Premier League. But most Leicester fans, John, would have snapped your hands off.
Yeah, staying in the Premier League was everything, wasn't it? Given obviously the focus on the Champions League, we're in a bit of trouble in the league, and we got out of that with Craig Shakespeare. And Craig's obviously got his future to think about, but obviously he won't be talking about that until those 4 games are out of the way, and neither will the club.
I think if we were to get 12 more points and finish on 52, I think that puts a different spin on it to maybe if we were to pick up no more points and just get to 40, stay on 40 points. So, but I mean, Watford next, John. That's I fancy us for a winner. There's no reason not to win that game, is there, against Watford?
No, not really. I think the players. I mean, Vardy's in a bit of form for a start. And I think the players all feel much better now they've got that 40 points under their belt, and they might play in a more relaxed fashion, and we know what they're capable of doing as well. Somebody today was talking to me about Mahrez and what do I think about him this season. I said, well, I suppose given the fact he won Player of the Year last season, we all expected a lot. It's hard to know what motivates him sometimes, isn't it?
Yes, I know Scott was down at the away game last week, and at West Brom, he was not too complimentary about Mahrez's attitude and his body language. He's got this sort of, can look a little lazy at times, can't it? Maybe, but he has got sublime skill. It could be the summer he does move on, John, and it might work out best for the player, and it might work out best for Leicester. If somebody was to come in and offer 40 odd million.
But then we know he's capable of that moments of magic. We saw it in the Champions League as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
That he can just turn it on at any time. But then you've got to accept that he won't be doing that some of the time as well. I guess somebody calls him luxury, don't they?
The guy behind where we sit at the family stand, I know when you sit with me, he calls him luxury. And it's not a bad, I like Mahrez, so, I hope we keep him, and I always want him to do well, and on his day he's one of the best players in the Premier League, but he can be a luxury at other times, can't he? But for me, let's have that bit of luxury, because he's possibly the best player I've ever seen for Leicester City.
Yeah, I think you're probably right there. At the back, we think Morgan's not going to be risked.
No, I think they'll probably start to look. They probably will start to look and think, well, we don't need to risk Wes if he's not right.
No. Bellawan's done well.
Bellawan's done all right, hasn't he? I think it's come quite good for Bellawan at the end of the season. The run-in. So
they're going to look at another centre back clearly, you would think, in the summer.
Well, again, John, there's already lots of talk, isn't there? We can talk about Casper.
Yeah.
Casper's been in and out of the press all week, hasn't he? I think we're okay to talk about, could he go? I think if De Gea goes to Real Madrid, which is heavily linked, then the Casper to Man United makes a lot of sense for lots of people. Not for me. I hope we keep Casper.
There's a kind of family connection there.
Of course there is, yeah. And again, Leicester fans don't want to hear it, but going from Leicester to Man United is a step up for Casper Schmeichel, isn't it? Well, yeah.
You could argue, given what Leicester did last season, and they're still riding off the back of that.
Yeah.
That Casper might want to stay because he's helped put Leicester on the map. Yeah. You might argue that.
I hope we keep the nucleus of the squad again and go for it one more year next year and see what happens, because I've still got this feeling that if we'd have turned it on this season like we know we can do, then we could have easily been top 6 or top 4, even been maybe challenging.
You have a sip of coffee.
You have your coffee, warm yourself up. So I don't know, you're spilling it, John.
No,
what are you doing?
Never mind.
I know you've been up since 5 a.m. Yeah, I don't think anybody would begrudge. Well, Casper going, maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't. Let us know in the comments, I guess, John. It's only our views, isn't it? But it'd be interesting to see if they would not be happy with Casper going.
Well, and I suppose it would depend on who they brought in to replace him as well. But Casper's become an established figure at Leicester. He's been captain for quite a while now in the absence of Wes Morgan. I think he speaks well, comes over well in the press. Wears his heart on his sleeve. I like all that.
Yeah, I'm of the view with all the Leicester players that if any of them they want us promotion. They kept us up in the Greatest Escape. They won us the league magically. We've had a really good go in the Champions League this year. If any of them fancy a step on to a so-called bigger, better club, I don't think I'd begrudge any of them that.
But also, I think now we haven't got Champions League to worry about next season. Maybe they can target
back on the league.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, maybe. I'm slightly regretful that last summer I think the club had a real chance to really go to try and stay in the top 6 maybe, and maybe even go a bit further. I suppose you can't really say go further in the Champions League, but I do look back at last summer's signings and think we didn't get it right. And you can't always get it right, can you? But we've not pushed on enough this season.
You know, of course we've lost. You know, the guy who was looking for the players to Everton. What was his name again? Come to me in a minute.
Rudkin?
Rudkin's here.
Oh, Steve Walsh.
Steve Walsh, of course. And Craig Shakespeare's probably keeping tabs on what he wants. He's probably getting information on what they need to get. They've obviously made targets already. That's what you do, isn't it, towards this time of the season? So are they going to give Craig Shakespeare that responsibility? And the continuity of keeping him makes some sense from some point of view, but you worry, do you, that they want to bring in a bigger name in inverted commas? But given what Craig's done, would that be the wrong decision?
You can argue that both ways, because I think the owners definitely like a bigger name, don't they? We know we've had people like Paulo Sousa and Sven-Goran Eriksson.
But we got rid of all of them.
Yeah.
And we got rid of Ranieri.
And then we brought Nigel Pearson in, who really isn't a big name.
No.
And then we brought Ranieri in, who is a big name. They certainly, as a brand, as King Power Leicester City big brand, it makes sense to have a worldwide. You could see somebody like Gus Hiddink, maybe, a name like that, or again Mancini coming in. I could see him maybe coming in the summer. But I think Craig Shakespeare's. I think he's done enough to say you give me the summer and give me next season. But I think results would tell next season. I would expect that if it wasn't a good start.
Yeah, you need a good start.
Things could change a lot sooner than they did for Ranieri.
Interesting to see what they do in the summer in those circumstances. Yeah. Okay, Watford. Don't know what to expect with that really, but like you, I'm fairly confident that Leicester can pull off a win.
Yeah, I think Vardy's, like you say, he's back on fire, isn't he? I think he'll score again. We always run the competition, don't we, John? With Peter's Pizzas.
Scorer.
Win some pizza.
Yeah, what are you going for then?
Well, I think I'm going to stick with Jamie Vardy and go for. Normally, it's quite a good game against Watford. There's normally a few goals in it from both sides. Obviously, we remember the penalty miss down in the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
Semi-finals at Watford.
I was sitting next to Alan Young. He didn't speak for about 10 minutes.
No, and I always remember Watford. I don't know if some of the slightly older ones remember Muzzy Izzet heading in a winner away at Watford. That was.
Did you see
to
on,
get to the playoff?
On Twitter they've been re-showing Izzet's overhead kick at
Grimsby
in the light of the one that was scored last week.
No, I hadn't seen that. No. I remember the goal. It was an amazing goal.
I was doing commentary with Neville Folger, I think, and Neville got it, but what a goal that was.
Grimsby. What's their ground then, John? Let me test you.
Can't remember.
Put it in the comments if you know what Grimsby's ground called.
Honestly, I was never really good on naming grounds.
I can't remember. It's something. I'm sure I remember it.
It was not a very nice, fairly dingy place. Maybe it's Dingy Road.
The Fisheries or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know. When we got up there, we always go for a meal before the game, and it's Grimsby. And one of the guys with me ordered a pie.
Not fish and
chips.
And
I looked at him and went, "You can't do that.
Yeah.
You're having fish."
Yeah. So yeah, Watford. I think Vardy will score. I think we'll win 3-0. What do you think, John?
I was going to go for 3-1. To score first, well, I've got to be different to you. I might
You don't have to be. Well, if you think I'm right, John.
Well, you might be.
I think Jamie Vardy's on fire.
Yeah, who will I go for? I might go for Ndidi.
Ndidi, yeah. Well, he does score a good one.
I like saying yes, indeed, when he scores.
Well,
anyway, as long as they win, I'm not too bothered. But I'll go for that.
If people put in the comments below, who they think's first scorer and the correct final score. Again, we've had quite a few winners of the pizza.
Yeah, the pizzas are very nice, by the way.
They are good. I think that's it, John.
Okay,
we'll talk more at the game.
Coffee. Thank you. Cheers.
You can go to bed in a minute.
No, I've got a radio show to do now.
All right, thanks.
Cheers.